whiskey,
Oh
getting
yeah,
better
you
with
just get
time.
better with age.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what a man is supposed to do. Women grow old. Men grow. I don't know what's the word.
Weed.
Well, yeah. But yeah, a man is supposed to get better with time. Like that's how the deal is supposed to work, right? Like each step in the path is a building block that you're supposed to continually build upon, right? So that by the time you get to us, where you're like getting a little grizzled and punchy, and you know don't have that much longer left in this little thrill ride that we call life. You're supposed to have accumulated a portion of knowledge that you can then begin disseminating among the rest of the greater human community. Hey, check
As I
out
have,
all of these things I found.
you know, as I have found out in my extensive worldly travels and adventures and languages and all this stuff over the last 50 years of my life, um, it's really been interesting over the last, I'd say, 5 years, wading through the ooze and slime that podcasting is. Did I say ooze and slime? Anyways,
It's all right. To be fair, it's not just podcasting. It's all of media. It doesn't matter if we're talking about podcasting, we're talking about Hollywood, we're talking about the music industry, we're talking about news media. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. If it is considered an industry, it is going to be run like an industry, and that is from the top down. They've been doing their damnedest to get a hold on this podcasting thing over the course of, I would say, about the last 10 years or so. Once they finally started to figure out that it was something that was very appealing to the masses. They're like, oh shit, we overlooked this. And they've slowly been trying to regain control of that particular monster. Problem is, the people that actually engage in the activity of podcasting are making it very fucking easy for them by being a bunch of money grubbing pricks who don't give a shit about anyone but themselves.
right.
I include myself in that category freely.
But it's like the sunglasses from the movie They Live. Like for me, once you like, for example, I've been educating myself about narcissistic personality disorder, for
Yeah.
example, and it turns out there are a set of what am I looking for? Help me out here, words. Common traits and characteristics
Mm-hmm.
and patterns
Patterns of
that
behavior.
they all fucking follow. Now, here's the funny thing. Turns out when it comes to like broadcasting, podcasting, media work, uh, uh, you know, being a musician, producer, making videos, collaborating with other musical artists, working with other people online on shows and stuff. Um, Lots of narcissists to choose from, man. I mean, which
Mhm.
flavor do you want? It's like fucking Baskin Robbins. And I
Well,
screamed the fucking clout shout. It's just ooze and slime.
yeah. Well, narcissism and
What's the
sociopathy
point?
often go hand in hand, you know?
Because I
So
mean, it's all about
I
being
don't
the
I don't find
star.
it that
Like, look at
surprising that you
me.
have that many of that pathology, gravitating all in that one direction. That makes sense. It's why you end up with a bunch of psychopaths in government.
Bingo.
It's the exact same thing. What is the medium set up for? It's not what it was initially intended to be, which was audio only. Video was never supposed to be a part of podcasting, ever. That was one of the changes that the powers that shouldn't be made to it. That was one of the reasons that Rumble was brought into existence, to make that exact change.
Well, how can we go back to just audio? Because my grill is fucking busted. I'd just soon kill
Right.
the camera. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you
I don't.
can.
I
Nothing
don't think
is
listeners can really
stopping you
tell.
from doing it, but in the current marketplace, you're handicapping yourself if you do that. I mean, as much as I want to agree with Adam Curry and just not do video for this at all, if that's what I were to do, we would never build an audience ever. Because that would eliminate us from the majority of the platforms where most of the people hang out.
Of course, without video, no one would be able to see all of this. You see all of this. There's the shell, and wait, I got to do a better job. Yeah, look at that, the tiger eyes, and then we've got the magic rocks. Wait, where's my
Ooh.
shell? Let me light some smokes here. All right, magic shell.
Did you go to the
See,
beach?
uh, no, this is a bottom feeding species, a
Oh,
river musk, which I don't know if you can see, but there's holes. See the holes
yeah.
there, and that helps the smoke go through when I'm burning the sage in here. See, there's actually a little. There's still some yummy goodness down in there.
Hmm.
Some red
Shit, save that for
cedar,
later. That's a snack.
some white sage. I got some short leaf tobacco, a little bit of everything. Whenever I need to do some white magic power. Woohoo! Anyways, not all magic's black magic. You know what I'm saying? Black magic live.
Well,
Anyway,
there's, white, black, and gray. It's 3 types of
well,
magic.
I think there's 50 shades of gray magic. Anyways, what's your safe
Well,
word?
there's 50 shades of gray sex magic. Absolutely.
And I believe when it comes to Anthony Kiedis and the Red Hot Chili Peppers, that may start at the single digits. Anyways, I mean,
That might be too soon.
just trying to stay factually accurate here with the cipherings and all. Anyhow,
Yeah, it is in the title of the show. I get you.
we're alarmed folk. We keep you backed up. We get you backed up. We get backed harder. Anyways,
Do we need to do a moment of silence for those who left us this week?
well,
I mean, the
gosh,
list was you know
I
had
guess
some
we're gonna
heavy
start
hitters on
out
there.
with a pudding pop, and that of course would be Theo Huxtable,
Oh
aka
shit! I thought you were gonna say the cause went too.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. No, he's still mixing drinks somewhere. Um, Malcolm Jamal Warner left us. I think he was the first one off the out of the old claw machine
Yeah,
there. I've been
from the whole Huxtable family. I think you're
in
right.
a way I feel
Or
guilty
wait a minute,
because
what?
for over a year I've been making the jokes about the Grim Reaper at the claw machine, and I've been secretly just passing rolls of fucking quarters to Grimmy right behind me, like Stockton to Malone. You know what I'm saying? And he's just been chucking quarters in there. And I mean, we got Kissinger. We've got a couple good ones out of there. But this week he pulled out three: Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, and just last night, Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan.
Balea.
Balea.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Balea job?
Or maybe
Balea
it's just belay. I don't know.
Ballet job?
Not sure.
For more information about a whistleblow job, ask John Kiriakou. He's on everybody's shows. Anyways,
It was quite a week for the Reaper.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he was expecting to get Hogan this early. But when you think about it, right, the stuff that we know that they put their bodies through back in the, I mean, shit, 70s, 80s, into the 90s, who knows what they got into in the 2000s with like HGH and TRT and all that sort of shit.
I'd like
But
to
I mean,
think
they were
Ozzy did the most
pushing
out of the
boundaries
three.
with a lot of different substances when he was in his heyday. And he was implicated in a lot of that. And I'm trying to remember, I think he even admitted to it at one point, using anabolic steroids and all of that sort of stuff. So to me, it's not actually, I think he probably outlived his expectancy, if you really
I,
look at it.
I do feel a responsibility to remind the audience at this time that born on December the 18th, 1943 in Dartford, United Kingdom, that would be England.
Yeah.
Keith Richards is alive and well, folks,
And Hulk
as
Hogan's
well as
dead.
Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte was out in the
Really?
club.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry,
Gary Busey's still alive, too.
that's right. Oh, there's so many great
Wow.
hashtags we could harvest from Gary Busey right now, but
Wow.
Gary, we
That'd
need
be a hell of a
a
Friday night drinking party right there.
Drizzle. We're gonna need a thumbnail of Gary Busey, Nick Nolte, and Keith Rogers with
You mean
uh,
Richards?
Keith Richards,
Yeah.
and let me make sure Mickey O'Rourke is still alive. He doesn't
Yeah, I
look
think
alive,
Mickey's
but I
still
think
alive.
he
He
is.
looks like an old lesbian, but he's
It's
still
not
alive.
Mickey O'Rourke. It's just Mickey Rourke. There we go. Mickey Dork. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah, oh God. I should not have clicked on the images tab. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna need a
Father Time has
thumbnail.
not been kind to Mickey.
Well, so we're gonna need that thumbnail with. Oh my God. Okay, Mickey Rourke with the bloated Botox. What the fuck did he do to his face? Nick Nolte with the fucking. I don't know.
All
It's kind
right.
of like a. I'm gonna say it's a late stage David Letterman beard. Um, Nick Nolte. And then Keith Richards. I, I don't know. He kind of looks like an albino Yoda. I don't know. Um,
Nah. I see he is shit. He's pushing 80 at this point, isn't he?
81, almost
Oh my god.
82 years
Wow.
old. Ozzy was
It's fucking
76.
insane.
Ozzy made it to 76. He was the oldest out of the three.
I mean, I've been saying for a few years now, I think Keith Richards is going to outlive us all.
I
Like, if there
actually
were nuclear
began
war tomorrow, the only survivors would be cockroaches and Keith Richards.
I began working on an Aussie remix, and I decided to take the guitar riff from D by Randy Rhoads, and then I ripped the vocals from Ozzy singing Winter Wonderland, and then I was mixing that on top of Branford and Wynton Marsalis, and then I ran out of cocaine. But I'll get back to it
All
one of
right.
these days. Um, very,
Oh,
I
good
mean,
good news. I heard they just they pulled in a big haul of cocaine. Coast Guard, I believe it was, just within the last week.
here's the whole
Like
problem, Chris.
multiple millions of dollars worth of cocaine. It's fantastic. It should be on the market soon.
I went to mix the vocals and I got Ozzy doing Winter Wonderland, but what I was not expecting was Jessica fucking Simpson was singing on that shit.
What?
And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Needle off the record. Who the fuck invited this basic ass bitch up in here?
She was an it girl for a while.
And then I ran out of cocaine. Um, So at that point, I went back to the Nine Inch Nails project because I was like, God damn, I started out, I made, once I had like 4 or 5 Nine Inch Nails remixes together, I decided to cut an album at that time, album 30, 228.6 millimeter nails, because we keep it metric sometimes. It's an international show. We appeal to
Hmm.
all audiences. Shout out Namibia.
Yeah.
Anyways, and always thinking of you, Liechtenstein.
Oh,
Eyes on you,
we've got
please.
people that have checked in from every single continent.
That's right.
I
His
don't know if
Royal
everybody can
Highness,
say that.
Prince Hans Adam
But it's,
II.
all right, technically not everyone, because the Antarctica they mask their signal. You don't know it's them.
Everybody knows that Prince Hans Adam II is a total dickhead. That's why they call him Hans the Glons. Am I right, Liechtenstein? Put the lick in Liechtenstein. Anyway, I did manage to remix the complete fuck out of Ring Finger,
Oh yeah.
but when it came time to make the video, uh, I really wanted to like go back to like the happiness and slavery video, like where they're grinding the poor guys strapped in the chair, and
Yeah, the meat grinder.
right, which made me think of lunch meats, but then it led to how wieners are made, and it finally turned into how dog food is made. But it was all just one boisterous, industrial, mechanically separated meat festival. Um, I don't know. I did manage to upload it to Rumble because I don't
Oh
think.
goodness.
Wait, let me ask for the. Is this the 78th episode? Let me ask for
Yes,
the.
yes. As a matter of fact, it is. I
Holy
came up with a
shit!
system so that we would never have an issue with it being the correct number or not. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
set it and forget it. We ain't got to worry about it. It's our proprietary technology, and if anybody else wants us, they got to pay for it.
nice.
Yeah,
Well,
because it works. It just works.
I went ahead and uploaded it to Rumble just in case when I ask this question for the 78th episode in a row, can I just share a video file MP4? And then you're going to say no. And then I'm going to ask, I requested
Yeah,
fairies wear boots.
I think at this point the audience has come to expect it. I think it's become a running joke.
Like, did you see my request for fairies wear boots the other day? I think it slipped past
It could have slipped past me.
because I think if you would have
Dude,
seen
this
it,
strain is
you
fucking
definitely would have played.
wild. I've had lost time with this strain. It's crazy.
But
It's
I
called
used
director's
it.
cut. Like
I
it'll eliminate scenes from your reality. It's that good.
Who was it that put me? Vanarchy Vance.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the one that told me about. Was it Greg Greenwood or something? This track called Mussolini's Head, which is
Yeah, I
talking
have
about
that somewhere.
when Mussolini got his head cut off. And I heard that and I immediately thought, hmm. The very first thing that came to mind was
Yeah,
fairies
Greg
wear
Greenway.
boots.
Damn,
Yeah.
good memory.
Um, and the first thing that
We've got
came to
it in the
mind was the
vault.
Black Sabbath riff. Fairies wear boots, Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, and I was like, man, I can put that with the Greg Greenway, but then I still needed. Then I like started hearing the the bell ringing and the do 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 do, which is that track from Pink Floyd's album The Division Bell.
Right.
Um, the grass was greener. The light, I don't remember the name of the actual track itself, but
Right, because it was
anyway,
off the division bell.
yeah, it's off the Division Bell. Grass was greener, whatever the fuck it's called.
Right.
Um, I
Doesn't
just
matter.
can't
It's
remember.
not
But
important.
so I ended up taking all the little parts that I wanted, sampling it out. And then, of course, they're all in a different key and they're all in a different tempo. And fuck with this, and fuck with that. And goddamn, that's got vocals on it. So I got to keep it on this. So now I got to move everything else. It's fun. I mean, I get so much shit for like, why do you waste so much time doing remixes? That's easy. Just make original stuff. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like, to make original music, to just write lyrics or freestyle
Who
or
is
make a
saying
beat,
making a
that's
remix is easy?
easy. More than one person. Names aren't important.
Are
But
these
like,
people that write and produce music themselves? Not people that
well,
use AI to create music, but people that can create music on their
oh,
own.
well, see, that just wiped out. The list just got shorter.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways.
Exactly. Because again, those who can't criticize. Everybody thinks
I don't know if
they
it's
know how to do
jealousy
what you
or
do better than
envy
you
or
do, and they don't even fucking
whatever.
know how you do it.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I start mixing it and I just hear these fucking glidgets and glings and fucking things going off in my head. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I need this and I need that. And then, next thing you know, blammo. Like, that was the thing when you sent me As Alive and I listened to it the first time all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
First thing that jumped out to me was the
That
fact
remix was
that,
fucking wild, by the way.
um, you know, when it went to like this Daft Punk French house type robot voice, and it kept going the robot, which I understand. This is a pre-release of the motion picture soundtrack for
Right.
Tron, Ares, and so I get and so immediately when I heard that, I went to Tron. Well, then when I went to Tron, fucking Daft Punk did like pretty much the whole soundtrack for one of the Tron movies that
Hmm.
you folks may recall. Um, and that to me was kind of like Trent Reznor in the studio throwing a little bit of homage to the
Probably.
fact that hey,
Probably.
I'm gonna drop my
Might have been
nutsack
Atticus, but you know.
on I'm gonna basically lay my balls across the closing credits for this round of Tron, and Daft Punk fucking killed it on the Tron soundtrack.
Hmm.
Fucking killed it. And so the fact that he drops in this like Daft Punk French house type voice effect as an homage to them, immediately when I got done hearing it, I listened to a couple of the old Thomas Bongalte from like the old days. And I didn't like any. I mean, it was the style, but it just. And as I learned before, Driz, when you can't find what you want, fucking make it yourself. Problem
Pretty
solved.
much.
Or I guess if you can't make it yourself, just I don't know, go to AI to get it to make it for you.
I guess. I don't know.
Well, when I
It's
got done making the new song and I put it all together and I listened to it the first time, I was like, God damn, this is a. Because when I got done putting it together, I immediately went back and listened to it for the second time, the original. And I was like, ooh, that was different. Then I listened to my version all the way through, and I'm like, God damn, that's a totally different song. So then you're playing it on the show last
right.
night, and it
I
starts
forgot
playing at the
too.
beginning,
I forgot how it started.
and it's like it's got this whole French house vibe going on,
Yeah.
and you can hear the Nine Inch Nails shit going on along with it. It's all wrapped up in it, and I'm like, wow. And again, first thing I'm thinking out loud, it's a totally different song. I type it in the chat. You look down in the chat, you're like, it's a totally different song. Oh shit, let me check. Maybe it's the wrong. No, man, see that's the thing. By the time I get done fucking with it, it's a
It's
totally
totally
different
different
song.
song. Yeah.
It's I didn't just tell AI to make me
That was
something.
one of the great
I
miscommunication
reinterpreted
moments, man.
it.
Like it
but
literally
then,
interrupted the broadcast. It was fantastic. Like
but that
you can't
also
fake shit like that.
that
Those are
that
the
also
beautiful
proved the
moments that
point,
get
though.
captured.
That really did prove the point, though, that the song was so different.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this isn't Nine Inch Nails. This is something else. Oh,
But
but
it
it
was
was.
that in the weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Okay. Oh, I wonder if it's done uploading.
Oh, since I
Got an
missed
intro.
the production meeting this week, we'll cut this part out after, don't worry. We'll do it in post. Did we have a theme for this week?
Oh, wow. The theme for this week is mechanical separation, which is a process.
Okay.
Um, like if you've ever been so bored that you look down at a pack of hot dogs, at the ingredients, or I don't know, maybe look at the side of a can of cat food or dog food or something. You may have noticed sometimes mechanically separated poultry or mechanically
Yeah.
separated meat product,
Yeah.
which is my segue to this music video.
It's fucking brilliant.
The Jamie Deluxe remix here. But there's all kinds of forms of mechanical separation. Am I right, Bricks? Um, I see your Swift banking system, and I raise you a Union banking system.
Oh shit.
Suck on
They've
my
just been
renminbi.
raised a fucking
You
stable coin
want some?
system.
You want some? Anyways, um, let's see. Ring Finger Jamie Deluxe remix. All right, who's
Blam.
hungry? Y'all ready for a snack?
Some companies prepare deli meats largely by hand to maintain that old world tradition. Sausages begin as cuts of fresh meats in a grinder. The ground meat falls into a collection tub, which then deposits the meats into a mixer. Adding ice keeps the meats cold and fresh. A worker then adds
moist
salt
up in
and
here.
all natural spices and seasonings.
All
The
right.
mixer blends it all together.
Ready for some meat paste.
We're the last generation.
A worker feeds a natural sausage casing into a machine called a sausage linker that
There we
forms
go.
and links the sausages.
Relax.
Now we got some action.
We're the last generation.
Imagine being the machine that just shits out sausage all day long.
I think that's called geopolitics. I don't know if I can tell that thing. Anyway. More meat, please.
It has elements of ruin.
Are those olives? Oh, Piccolo. Fuck yeah. Covers. just want a fucking sandwich. Duke's mayonnaise. Whoa, it just went to the scat portion. What is that?
Well, you got me working so hard lately, working my hands until they bleed. If I was twice the man I could be, I'd still be half of what you need. Still, you lead me and I follow. Anything you ask, you know I'll do. This one act of consecration is what
Crap.
I ask.
Well, shit. Oh, there he is. We'll get him back in here. All right, there's Yona. We have the song. All right. Blam. We're going to blame that on Bluffdale anyway.
I know that when Fred West sees the video, you appreciate this very much.
No, you don't even know the worst part.
Shout out to Paula for 70,000 meters of fast Paula's hands.
Live from the 300 and something.
Hey, you want a hot dog? Oh, it's amazing.
Well, you got me working so hard lately, working my hands until they
You're on the whole progress through one of the side roads.
Well, you just leave me down here, hanging like Jesus on this cross. I'm just dying for your sins and eating to the thorns.
Yeah, they're making We're like a little needle that goes in and makes like a big hole in the end of the finger and it like connects it with makes it cameo from James. That's that.
Wrap my eyes in bandages, confessions I see through. I get everything I want when I get part of you.
Doesn't even look like food.
I think they're making cars in here.
And offer it to me, a promise dark and stone, deeper than the sea. Devil's flesh and bone, do something for me.
Who's a good boy? Did you discover that? Yum, 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 yum.
They eat it. Can't be that bad.
There you go, folks. That's how it's made.
I've seen wild animals pass up McDonald's food.
Well, that's not food.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they're eating it, it must not be that objectionable.
Have you seen like the time lapse photos where it like just sits and it never like grows mold
Yeah,
or
it's
anything?
it's the same for like 30 days
Yeah.
on end.
It's crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
Like
Yeah.
even the bread doesn't even like poop or shrink or like it makes for like the most boring Nine Inch Nails decomposition video you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause that was like another thing I always remembered from the Nine Inch Nails commercials. Like he'd have some screen and there'd be like a 4-minute reel of some poor animal like over the course of I don't know, time lapse footage as the hair falls off and then it bloats and then next thing you know it's just like a pile of bones. But in slow motion. Like I'm like, where did he find these fucking videos, you know? And that's always my challenge whenever I remix Nine Inch Nails. It's like,
Mhm.
what do I do for the video for a Nine Inch Nails remix? It's got to be industrial, but it's got to be gross. And I feel like that was both.
Yeah. It's absolutely gross.
Job well
It
done.
did not dissuade me from eating sausage, however, because sausage is just far too tasty.
why not make a sandwich where you take 2 pieces of pickle loaf as the bread, and then you can drizzle the hot dog with some fresh dog food. Make a sandwich. So you got all
Uh,
3 from the video.
uh,
Mixed with gravy, though. Trust me, it's not as good dry.
I don't even want to
Very
think about
gritty,
it,
very
man.
gritty.
Stomach finally settled down today. I don't upset it.
I'm trying to
We still
figure out
got
and the
an
pickle
hour and
loaf,
20 minutes to go.
when they got done with the pickle loaf, the meat around the pickle loaf was a like a beige color, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" You guessed it was head cheese.
Yeah. I mean, well, that was my guess. That's close as I can get.
Definitely had
Because
some
it's
livers
head
in
cheese is
there.
a meat product.
Chicken. It was some type of chicken pickle loaf.
Oh, so
Chicken
it's like chicken
pimento loaf.
slurry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was the chicken pimento loaf. For those with your doomsday bingo card, chicken pimento loaf. All right,
what do they win? Or is that the prize?
that's just one of the holes you can punch out there.
Hmm.
Chicken pimento loaf, and also Ozzy and Hulk.
Yeah.
Ozzy and Hulk. They have to be on the same square. Ozzy and Hulk. Can't just go and oh well, this one's here and that one. No, no. We're
Oh,
playing
you're
tic
talking
tac
about on the
toe. No
bingo card.
diagonals. Yep,
We've had to
Armageddon
get way
bingo
more
card.
elaborate with those. Like the shit that would pass for funny in 2023 and like, that'll never happen. That shit's all already happened.
Let's see here.
I've run out
Man,
of absurdities at this point.
I have. I think I've got this thing rigged up here with whatever that is. The splash guard, I guess, keeps the chewing tobacco from hitting the
No, it
actual
does that.
microphone. When I'm
Handles your plosives and
whenever I'm country rapping like those Carolina boys, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Got to have that chaw right under your lip there. Otherwise, it's not authentic.
And of course, when you're in South Carolina, you could share that chewing tobacco with your twin flame, which then leads to what an actual dirty snowball is,
That's right.
or a slider as they're called up in Boston. Anyways,
Oh, Bostonians know about that, do they?
yep,
Why does that not surprise me?
it is Beantown after all. What do you
Yeah,
think they're
yeah.
talking about? Where's the
Uh,
bean bin?
the city people always steal everything cool from the country people and then try to act like they didn't steal it, they came up with it.
It is the
I've
Bay
been
State.
dealing with that shit forever.
Let's see here if I can't play a little bit of this. I haven't recorded the lyrics to it yet because the lyrics are already written. And the lyrics are by some dude. It's a eulogy for a cat named Room 8. And if you're not familiar with Classroom 8 at Elysian Elementary School in Shitsniff, Los Angeles County, California, um, long ago there was this cat that was a stray cat, and it always went to Classroom 8. And, back and forth, the kids kind of adopted the tomcat and everything. Apparently had huge balls. Anyways, lived to be an old cat, you know, but there were
Likely
kids all
because of the
across,
huge balls.
right, and kids all across the country started writing letters to the cat in room 8, and the kids in room 8 would write letters back. And then he got so old that uh, Mr. Ross had to carry him across the street, and the Tanaka family took him in.
Hmm.
And then when he finally died, he was buried in the celebrity animal cemetery in Inglewood, California, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Huge tombstone
sounds
and
right.
everything.
Inglewood.
Um, always up to no good. Am I right, Ice Cube? Um, and anyways, so let's see here. See if I can't play this little thing here I made up the other day. All right, so that is gonna do that. All right, yeah, that's gonna fuck it all up. And there went that. Okay.
Oh yeah, tearing the whole
All
damn
right.
studio apart.
Yeah. I'll just have to unscrew that so I can get that out of the way. All right.
Guess who just woke up from her nap?
Right,
Her
right.
post dinner nap. These animals are so damn spoiled. It's ridiculous.
Well, as I constantly remind the audience, humans own dogs, cats own humans. That's
Mm.
kind of how it works. And if you ever get the wrong idea, they'll remind you.
Oh yeah, because I've been getting woken up at like 6 o'clock in the morning for the last 2 weeks.
All right. So
It's breakfast, right? It's breakfast time.
this
No,
is
it's not
called
breakfast time yet.
a
15
cat
minutes later, it's
named.
breakfast time, right? No, it's not breakfast time yet.
A cat named Room 8.
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Gee, I guess I should do a sound check first. Turn it up a little bit. Anyways,
That was good. That was so good I turned my mic off. I didn't want to fuck it up.
so let's see if I can read the lyrics.
Hmm.
That's the next thing in my queue to do, and I would have got to it sooner, but I was making this whole, the 5-track album 30 Nine Inch Nails thing that was like an EP all of a sudden turned into like a 12-track album that's now I got a bonus track that I got to stick on the end. Because I forgot about the USS Liberty song that I made where it's got the USS Liberty survivors.
Yeah.
It's got the footage of the USS Liberty where you can see the torpedo hole in it and all the bullet holes from the Israelis, I don't know,
As it was
murdering
coming back
34
into port. Yeah.
sailors and wounding another 171 on June the 8th, 1967 or something like that. I don't know. I totally forgot about it. Anyways,
It was like 60 some years ago.
nothing.
Yeah.
Water under the bridge.
I wasn't even born yet.
Let's see. And then there's something else that I don't know what the fuck it was. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about the whole shortage that's going on
What
this summer.
shortage?
So you didn't read the you not check your emails? I sent the memo to you.
Which
Well, I
email?
mean, I didn't write the memo. I just forwarded the memo. CC, and then you
Uh
know.
huh. Quit beating around the bush. What's going on? I hate being out of the loop.
It's the 2025 dick shortage.
The what?
You haven't heard about this?
No,
Seriously?
no. But I severely limit my social media exposure these days.
All right.
Since I figured out what social media actually is, I was like, oh, I really probably shouldn't be interacting with that as much as I have been.
Well, it turns out, uh, breaking news,
Hmm.
newsflash. It's summer of 2025, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a dick shortage.
There's a dick shortage,
That's right.
like a penis shortage.
Like, think Trump.
Yeah, I'm still struggling. I'm sensing that there's a joke there, but I'm yeah.
Dicks are getting smaller, more misshapen, not as long, not as thick. That's why people are tuning in. Because you have to get informed about everything, including, I think it's called anogenital distance, or the taint length,
Right,
which
right. Well, there's
scientifically
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
shrinking. And with
Oh,
the
that's probably not a good
decreasing,
thing, especially for the women.
right? Well, there's a lot of pseudoestrogens in the water too, as well as
Well,
PFAS
it's
and stuff
also
on
an
the coast,
easy path for infection
right?
in a woman. That's where men actually have the advantage because we have the giant ball sack right there that acts as a huge obstacle.
I mean, I don't know if you can trust AI or Grok or Chat GPT, but apparently average penis length has dropped from just under 5 inches to right at 4 inches.
Average is just under 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I'm
I'm
like,
sorry, fellas.
it, I'm saying it. It's a silent crisis in America. There's a dick shortage. It's no wonder why people go to Alex Jones and Infowars, because they got dick pills that will allegedly
Yeah.
maybe get you over that. Here, I'll tell you what. Yona's got the advice for all you males out there worried about, how many inches your dick is. Measure in centimeters. You'll thank me.
Yeah. You'll feel much better. You'll probably hit double digits,
Instant ego
hopefully.
boost. Instant ego
Wow.
boost. Trust me. Just
Um
think about it. You're like, wait a second. I'm over 10 centimeters. I'm good. Sounds way better than 4 inches, right? I mean, it doesn't slap like Aerosmith's 10-inch, but
right.
because that would be 25 centimeters.
That's right.
That's just ridiculous. What are you, Priapus, the god of boners? I mean, what's happening here?
I do think my favorite meme lately has been the John Bolton priapism over the Iran strike.
Yeah. You mean the death walrus?
Yes. Have they let him out of the hospital yet? Is he okay?
Has he got the diabetes? I really didn't mean to go over this much wiener and sausage related gay content, but after Bluffdale got to fucking with the actual feed
Hmm.
again, Hello to everyone at Camp Williams and the National Data Center and my local fusion centers in Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia.
There you go.
Um, uh, por todos los amigos y amigas estadounidenses, me debo hablar algas frases en castellano, por supuesto. Fumate más las hierbas, por ejemplo, y... ¿De dónde está la migra? Anyways, back to you, Dressel.
Hmm. So it turns out, Yona, I don't know if you caught this. I don't think anybody's been talking about this. Certainly not today. Turns out, Elon was right. Trump is in the Epstein files.
Oh, yeah.
The Department of Justice confirmed it.
Blammo.
And the news media wants us to know that the Department of Justice confirmed it.
Okay.
Which means Elon was right.
Right. It's like that meme where you got Trump in the 70s jacket with the big 70s shades. You got work wife Elon with the black eye.
Uh-huh.
And then their guy liner fucking love child. Can you just pull that up? Do you have that like power to summon meme at your fingertips?
Well, shit. Yeah.
Because
I think
I
I
don't know,
can, as a matter of fact. Let's see.
you got thousands and thousands of memes.
No,
But-
I don't have thousands and thousands of me. I actually don't hold on to a lot of the media that is part of the broadcast. Like if I would need so much storage. You got to think about it, man. We've been doing this for at least the live streaming portion of it over 2 years now. So we've had 4 nights a week over the course of 2+ years where we've had to provide all kinds of audio and visual content in order to fill out that time. There's no way I could hold on to all of that stuff.
I see
It's
we've got
impossible.
the stucco with
I'd be
some brick
paying
showing.
for storage just through the fucking nose. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll find it. I have to go find it because it's in a folder, but I'll find it.
Oh well, at least you use folders. I just started using.
Well, yeah,
folders
because
when it came.
that's the way it, like with the slideshows, that's how it works. You just drop everything into a folder and it propagates in the slideshow.
Well, when I would make my
It's beautiful.
songs and my videos and stuff, I would just put them all like if it was music,
There
I
it
just
is.
put it in a
Damn.
music folder.
Went right to
And
it.
if it was a video, I just put in a video folder. And that was fine until like all of a sudden 6 months later there was like over 500 files in the music folder. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something different because it takes forever to find anything. So then I started putting each song in its own folder, and that way at least
Yeah.
all the files for that song are in a folder. And I've been doing that, but now there's like, there it is. There's like 30,
Right.
40.
It's that's one of the best memes that I've seen in a long, long time. Like that's so spot on.
It's just fucking, it's the nail on the head. And we're
The
fucking
tie, the
living.
jacket, and everything, man.
Oh my god.
I think my dad had one of those jackets, if I'm remembering correctly.
The hairdo though.
Yeah.
Black eye work wife hairdo. I mean, god damn.
And the best part of it all, I think the thing that really sells it the most is Elon's tits.
Yeah.
Because you know, if Elon were a woman, that's about what size his tits
Yeah.
would be. They wouldn't be very
D
big.
cup.
Yeah.
D cup.
Yeah. He wouldn't be
barely.
rocking like a double D rack or anything.
Barely. That's B cup
Yeah.
territory. So it's, it's authentic, it's realistic, it's believable. I mean,
Exactly.
the
Look,
meme
whoever
is
put
not
it together
gonna
was
work.
genius. You know, I
Meme's
will
not
never
gonna
stop
work if it's,
complimenting it. It's one of the
it's
best
got-
memes I've seen like the whole time I've been doing this shit.
in order for the meme to really slap, it's got to be accurate. Period accurate.
Yeah.
And accurate to the period. There you go. Rules to the game, son. Basic shit. General principle.
So Ghislaine
Real
met
talk.
with DOJ today.
Really?
Yeah.
What is going on with this narrative? Lord have mercy. It's really, we've left soap opera and we've entered telenovela.
Oh yeah.
We're in telenovela land at this point.
We're getting into we're getting beyond that. We're going into reality TV territory here. Is what's happening.
Oh no. But not MTV Real World, more like MTV Road Rules.
Eh.
Or Real World versus Road Rules, because there were those too.
Yeah.
There was that.
There's something at
That's still
play.
like 30 years out of date, though.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, this whole dance that's going on right now is a part of the unfolding story. Like, this was always meant to happen this way.
Right.
It wasn't going to happen any other way.
Well, it is kind of funny watching there has been some fragmentation of the MAGA base, as was intended.
Well, yeah, as was intended with many of the policy moves.
I mean, did you think that they were going to get a bunch of unicorn poop eating blue haired liberals to form militias and fight the red trucker hat MAGA people to have their super duper Civil War 2.0 redux powered by Microsoft? Nah, man.
That's not what they want. That's not what they want at all. They don't want organized resistance.
No. It's all.
That's the whole point of the counterinsurgency program, is to stop that stuff before it gets rolling. And again, if folks think that the United States military has not been conducting counterinsurgency operations inside the borders of the United States for at least the last 24 years, you're fucking lying to yourself. You're absolutely lying to yourself. They're using the exact same tactics that they developed and eventually refined through the Phoenix program in the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm. Those hearts and minds aren't going to win themselves after all.
That's right. They also understand how human psychology works better than the average American does. And I think I've managed to prove that, if nothing else, over the course of the entire lifetime of Liberty Radio. They know how you tick better than you do. And you all keep walking right into their fucking traps.
They realize the powers that shouldn't be, realize there's always going to be resistance. And so the key with cognitive dissonance and gaslighting, information management, we're basically talking about the process of how it's made, Smith monetization. Anyways,
that was how it was made legal.
Right. It's all a matter of legislation that's passed the Hill and been ratified. So when you look at how this is sold to the people, they internalize this power structure. It's all taken on a matter of faith.
Mm-hmm.
And people get invested in the characters and in the storyline,
mm-hmm.
and all this other crap.
In all the feels. People get invested in the feels.
When you cut through all the shit, the overriding theme to me is pretty painful, and that is there's no more federal sovereignty. The big bitch with like a lot of the libertarians and Republicans, but more so libertarians, was about you know, nullification and states' rights. And, you know, I mean, after all, if you really want to talk Civil War, that was a major component of the War of Secession, was about states' rights versus, you know, the same argument going back to Hamilton and Jefferson between federalism anyway,
Right.
I digress. So bringing it back forward to present
It's
day,
basically been the one running dialectic of the United States.
um, now federalism has been supplanted with Novus Ordo Seclorum, New World Order, which is globalism,
Hmm.
which requires as a prerequisite the dissolution of federal sovereignty. And so, you know, when we talk about all these dual Israeli citizens on Capitol Hill, that to me is, well, it, you know, on the one hand, it shows how much power Israel has, but moreover, to me, it shows the supremacy of globalism, or moreover, the erosion of national interest and national sovereignty when you see the national legislature and whatnot clearly acting against the national interest of the United States for the benefit of somewhere else, whether they're
Hmm.
wearing small hats or whatever. That's not the point. The whole point is to, by whatever means necessary, in as many multiple vectors as possible, to erode and weaken federal sovereignty, replacing it with global sovereignty, which, you know, some people have talked about, like with United Nations, with World Health Organization, with other things. Now, you know,
Hmm.
I don't get too wrapped around the axle about that because it doesn't really matter what the UN or UNESCO or the Hague or anybody else says to the United States. Yeah, they may have signed this treaty or that or this or that, but push comes to shove, fuck you, we'll just bomb the Hague. Literally said that before. Like, oh, you want to,
That's a policy move that I can get behind.
oh, you want to place charges on American military service members and contractors for committing war crimes? We'll just war crime part of the Netherlands. Boo.
Where's that court?
The Hague. Um,
I'm sorry. Can you give me the exact coordinates, longitude, and latitude?
not far from Amsterdam. Just follow the cage. It's on one of those rivers. I don't know. It's pretty amazing what they've been able to do in Amsterdam, Holland. It is a very, very weird language, Dutch.
Hmm.
Dutch is a weird language. It's like if you mix German and French and Welsh.
Hmm.
So
That would be an
basically,
interesting combination.
or maybe Irish Gaelic. Okay, if you mixed Irish Gaelic, French, and German. So, like, imagine you've got like leprechauns wearing lederhosen that are gay. Wooden shoes, add some windmills.
Wait, I think
Boom, Holland.
I
There you
can
go.
swear there's a movie with that exact motif out there. It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
Donkeys, donkeys. It's like, what's with all the double vowels? Like, motherfuckers can't spell. What the fuck? Booter? What? Like, it's just.
So here's the question.
Do you have to pronounce it with a limp wrist? What the fuck is up with that? Like, anyway.
Here's the question on the Epstein thing, and I think this should probably be the final question on the Epstein thing because it's becoming quite clear that even if it was genuine when it started, it's not that anymore. It's become something else. Is the public should be the final question. Is the public ever going to get resolution for it?
Breadcrumbs. there will be no closure. It's a narcissistic relationship between the federal government and its citizenry because, after all, that to me, the biggest lie that it's perpetuated is the fact that this lawless genocidal empire, overruled by tyrants, now with the seat of rule secret and underground, um, most of the information is kept classified. There's secret courts, secret
Mhm.
rulings, secret rules that the general public don't even know about.
Yep.
I mean, there are some documents that have been published, like, you know, basic shit, continuity of government, Rex 84, Joint
Mhm.
Task Force Resolution 84. I mean, they suspended posse comitatus long ago.
Yeah.
They can already uncitizen Americans. That's USA PATRIOT Act, Patriot Act, um, Section 1021 of the NDAA of 2012, and on and on.
Mhm.
Not that I remember. I'm just saying, like, there are some things that have been made public, but basically, this whole
There
thing
was
of
the continuity of
election,
government plans. I know this because I researched it. Um, when they went from Rex 84 to the new designation that they have now, which is like National Security Directive something or other. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but there's two of them. There's two important documents that assign power and hierarchy
right?
to the continuity of government operations. Both of those documents became fully classified under national security in, I want to say, like 2005, when they
Uh
were
huh.
rewritten
That's
from
right.
the previous continuity of government plans. The public does not, has not, will not ever have access to those documents.
And so, you know, when I keep talking about Raven Rock Mountain Complex, and I mean, I don't want people to have this singular idea of how power works because it's not like there's just one seat of governance per se. It's the You have to think of it in terms of military rule, right? So there's like an AFRICOM and SOCOM and
Mm-hmm.
NORCOM, you know, and it's
Satcom.
kind of the same thing. Um, well, I mean, for example, like NORCOM, that's got Cheyenne Mountain,
Mm-hmm.
Fort Kit Carson, outside of the spring, Colorado Springs, Colorado. You've got RRMC, which is more like S4 administrative commandant level stuff, right there on the Maryland Twerps border, just
Right.
inside Pennsylvania, there, Poconos. Um, and it's, I don't know, maybe 40-minute drive up from all those beautiful biosafety level 4 labs at Fort Detrick in Frederick, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which of course, again,
Beautiful Frederick.
RRMC might be an hour and 15 minutes north of the Beltway, PG County. Shout out DC.
Hmm.
But
Shout out PG County.
but then
I got
there's
peeps in PG County.
there's a number of other underground bases. You got Missouri, you've got the one up in the lava tubes in Northern California, you've got the three others that are in Nevada. There's several others up in the PN Dubs, Pacific Northwest. Um,
Yeah, you've got some in New
and then
Mexico. You've got some in Oklahoma. Yeah.
um, I mean, there's quite a footprint in California, but most of that is a public footprint. Even like the NTC at Fort Irwin outside of Barstow, National Training Center. In the desert
Mm-hmm.
of Mojave, 29 Palms, Camp Pendleton. Those are Marine Corps facilities.
Yep.
Fort Hueneme and
Been to all
other
of them.
naval facilities. Lompoc. Um,
Dude, when I was on the magazine crew, especially Pendleton and 29 Palms, Those dudes loved it when we came through. Not us, not the dudes. They loved it when the chicks came through, obviously. They would buy all kinds of fucking magazine subscriptions because they had the money.
Yeah.
And the chicks were hot. That's how it works. That's how commerce works.
See, in a time before cell phones or in places,
Dude, we got away with so much shit.
I can't imagine, like, you would literally have to be in a part of the world that has no cell phone coverage to be so bored as to want to pick up a magazine.
I mean, it was a lucrative business. I have to say that. Like if you could figure the business out, and it wasn't hard to figure out either. I mean, it was basically straight sales. It
I
was
just
direct
realized,
one-on-one sales, and don't ever worry about having to see this person again. So whatever you got to do to close it. So if you were good at that type of manipulation, dude, you could make bank, and people did.
I still owe money to Columbia House Records for all those CDs. Oh
I
no.
do too.
Oh shit.
I don't know how many hundreds of CDs I got from them.
I really
How
didn't
did they
need.
how did they never figure it out? It's like it's always going to the same fucking address.
I
But it's
really
a
didn't need
different
that.
name. It's
I did not
how
need that
can we
LP
prove
of
it?
3 non-blondes. I ended up just doing coke on it anyways. Upside down, I'm like, "Fuck it, fuck it." Not even cutting the lines because I didn't wanna cut the lines in that because I had too much paint on the top of it, I mean, there's just too much shit going
Yeah.
on with the art and everything. I'm like, I gotta do the coke on this
Well,
side.
you gotta flip it over on the other side, yeah.
Which one am I gonna do? I'm not gonna do it on my 2-album fucking Use Your Illusion set. I'm not gonna fuck up the GNR. It's already got lines on it.
These kids today, they just don't know, man. They don't know.
And then I'm like, well, I could do that on the UB40, but that's got the red wine on it, man. That's the dancing song. Ah, 3 non-blondes. There you go.
There you go.
Fuck that.
I don't even know if it matters what we do as far as being able to, stave off the technocratic control grid. Because when you think about it, every generation that's born after 2000 will never know what a world without the internet is like. It's part of life for them. It always has been. They don't know
Well,
any different.
to me, the difference, because we had the internet starting in 1989. At least
Most
in my
people
household,
didn't.
we had desktops. Of course, we were one of the first surveying firms in the country to go to Carlson Software. I mean, we're like customer number 37 is our customer IT number, and they've got like
Wow.
I don't know how many now. International software company for AutoCAD and surveying and engineering. But back in the day, it was just Bruce Carlson, and he came to our office trailer to debug Surveyor One. That was 1987.
Oh, wow.
When we were using that on the IBM PCs after we had upgraded from the Apple //E. But when it came to availability of internet in everyone's hand, that came from the cell phone to me. The
Well, yeah.
real leap was in cell phones with internet. Because
Right.
now you literally put the internet in everybody's hand. You didn't have to have a desktop or a laptop per se.
Right. But what I'm saying is even before that, it was still permeating daily life because kids are having access to it in school,
Yeah,
even if they may not have access
yeah.
to it at home.
Because they pushed desktops and laptops all across the schools.
Yeah.
And now you get to a certain grade and laptops are part of school
Right.
and you're issued a school laptop. That's just a thing now. I mean, I know when I tried to go back to college at Western Carolina University, that was a intellectual and emotional disaster.
Wow.
Very, very humiliating and humbling because, like, I showed up with Trapper Keeper and notebook and paper and everything. Everyone else there had laptops, and the assignments were given on laptops. And
Eh.
so I had to go to the library and use the library desktop. At which point I realized I'm just in over my head. I'm totally broke and I don't have a laptop, and this is not going to work.
Hmm. Pell Grant wouldn't cover that?
I was, I, I don't think I had any financial aid. I was just paying out of pocket.
Damn. That's the worst way to do it. I
Yeah.
did, was it 3 semesters of community college back in the late 90s? And I was just like, this is fucking retarded. This is actually
Um,
worse than high
this
school.
was this was the last time I went back to college, and it was kind of like maybe like Rodney Dangerfield goes back to school, except none of the cool parts. Um,
Right. None of the crazy parties or the hijinks. We did have some hijinks at community college. It wasn't all just retardation.
it's weird though. I don't really like to reminisce. I guess because every memory I go back and reminisce, all of a sudden I'm wearing the They Live glasses, and now I'm seeing everything in a different
In
light,
a different light.
realizing,
Yeah.
ew, yeah, back to present time. Let's turn it
Yeah,
back
right.
around.
Because the present time is so much better.
Well, because you know I, I've already leveled up. I'm already on a whole new level, and my fourth single finally fucking dropped.
I saw that.
It only took let's see, uh, 24 days.
I was gonna say it's been almost a month, which I
Took
think
three and a
was
half.
about how long I said it was going to take. Right?
Yeah, yeah. So we're good. Villanova Juneteenth remix is out.
There were bits and pieces of information that I remember coming to me in the 20 teens. Like just various random things, like basically things that I was paying attention to at that time that are now starting to come to fruition, like prices of certain commodities, right? Coffee, chocolate, rice, those sorts of things. Back in like 2015, around there, I was seeing stories about how the prices were going to be outrageous 10 years from now. I keep having memories of things like that drop back in to where, oh, I actually did know about this beforehand. I just forgot about it. Have you been having any of those sorts of experiences happen to you? Maybe I'm not even describing it very well.
Um, like okay, I can remember staying up late watching because at one time before we cut the cord, we had satellite TV, Dish Network, at the house in Huntington and then at the house in Kentucky. And I would stay up late, and I stumbled across the Jim Baker show
Mm-hmm.
where he's talking about there's going to be $6 eggs and, all this stuff. And I mean, it was just, of course, I'm staying up late smoking weed. I'm just laughing my ass off. And it was
Right,
hilarious.
right,
But
because Jim Baker.
um, I ended up finding that and clipping it out. And I've got to try to think what the name of the song is because there's a couple of them. I think it's I'm Fine. Because the other one I know is the Doo Doo remix. What are you going to do with the Doo Doo?
Right.
Yep, that's it. I found it. This is the one with the $6 eggs. This is exactly what we're talking about, man. And
Mhm.
this was recorded in Branson, Missouri in 2005. And you were just saying, there is like what? You said 2005, 2010, 2011. You started putting this shit together where, going back in time, remembering like, bro, like 14 years ago, 20 years ago, there were people saying this shit and like
Mhm.
seemed ridiculous at the time.
Well,
But
some of it was ridiculous and some of it was like I don't understand how we're going to get there. Right? Cuz especially when they were talking about like what the coming action was going to be in the commodities market, it like there was no bridge. They were just like, this is what we expect the markets to be like 10 years from now. There was no explanation as to how we were going to complete that journey.
well, apparently it was all written in scripture. That's my segue to the Reverend Jim Baker himself. I was referring to this. Um, as we now know, accurate prediction of actual fucking egg prices. We did get $6 fucking eggs. I shit you not.
Hmm.
Some places are still paying that. Um, believe it or not. And I'm not talking about you, Alaska. You guys are different. We all know everything's more expensive in Alaska. Um,
All right, so I'm just getting word. I'll go ahead and put this out since the broadcast is live. I am just getting word now.
oh,
Somebody is trying to access the website and having a difficult time getting onto it. I just tried to do it myself the past few minutes. It appears that the website is down. I don't know why, but I can guarantee you I am going to find out. We'll get it back up.
fuck it.
Just
We
let
ball.
everybody know. If you're planning to go to the website at some point this evening, probably not a good idea. You're not going to get there. But we'll get it figured out. I
The
got you
more they,
locked and loaded, man.
the more they hate, the more you know you're winning, Drizzle.
I know.
I'm just fine, fine. I'm fine. Look at this. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. This is, oh my God.
Old school tip. All I can say is that God made me funky. And I'm glad He blessed me that way.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Not to the final expo, but it could be the beginning of the final time on Earth of preparing.
Yes. Wow. That's good.
Jim, all these people out here, whether they know it or not,
$6 eggs could be coming soon to our grocery store.
Right.
Jim, all these people out here, whether they know it or not,
This has been one of my calls, is to get people prepared.
There you go. The Reverend Jim Baker doing the
Mhm.
Lord's work. $6 eggs. Cows dead.
Gotta ask yourself how he would have known a detail like that.
Well, of course, he did go on to explain where he got those details from, Drizzle. That would be from giant grasshopper that visited him when he was in prison.
Oh, yeah?
Remember, there was a giant grasshopper,
Huh.
and it told him all
And
these
just like that, Yona, it's back up.
blam. Jiminy
Mhm.
Cricket.
Wow, the amazing magic of live radio, ladies and gentlemen.
What? Wait a second.
What?
Wasn't Jiminy Cricket a grasshopper that helped Pinocchio?
Yes, I believe so. I believe that's correct.
So Jim Baker had like a Pinocchio like experience in prison. Then. If he's talking or if he's gaining tutelage, if he's mentoring under a giant grasshopper,
Hmm.
or maybe that was the name of his bunkmate, giant grasshopper. Like Squirrel Master in Half Baked, right? Which I think was played
Could
by
be.
Tommy Chong,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Um,
That
oh
movie was
man,
so good on so many levels.
the funny, honestly, I think there's a lot of funny moments in that movie, but
Hmm.
my all-time funniest moment in that movie's got to be when they're at the big fucking what is it, NAAA, Narcotics Anonymous meeting,
Yeah.
and he has to go up on the dais there at the podium, and it's like, man, I'm just here for smoking weed. Like, was it Bob Saget gets up, man? I suck dick for crack. Like, everybody boo this man. Boo. Like, oh, I'm just here for weed, man. You know, I don't know anybody that ever sucked dick for weed. Like, I mean, I've seen a lot of bitches just suck dick because they like to suck dick. I mean, if that's the only thing you're good at, I guess that's what you do.
So I'm getting a report that the website is still not working for the person who reported the problem. I got it to work.
Well, let me
I
see if
did.
it
I did
works.
initially. I saw a DNS error, which
Manufacturing
typically
reality
when I
console.
see that on my website, I'm like, oh, that's the host. I just have to call the host and find out what's going
Ah,
on because they handle all of my DNS.
well, let me pull up what I'm showing on my end. Blam.
Hold
This
on.
site can't be reached.
Oh, you're getting that. You're getting that window. Well, it's
DNS
interesting because I
probe.
get that. I get that on Brave or no on Chrome. Site can't be reached. DNS probe finished. No domain. Which makes it sound like either the DNS certificate was removed or it was disconnected or something. Somehow that process got interrupted. When I went on Brave just a few minutes ago, I pulled it up just fine.
Oh,
Let me
oh,
see. Let me try it this way. Because I have saved links. That's how I always go in.
ah,
There may be an issue where they're doing maintenance. Yeah, I've got it right here on Brave.
huh.
Let me
I
see.
was using Brave browser, and that's what my Brave gave me. Anyways, I just wanted to show
Oh
you.
no, I got to switch that window. Let me see, because I have it over on the other browser. Well, crap. I don't think it'll
Here's
let me.
my chance to see if I can pull this little thing off here. This is a pretty tricky little melody here, but I've been practicing it.
Nope, it's not letting me focus on the Brave browser now. Unfortunately, I don't know why. This is a lot of fun. Everything's going haywire right at the end of the show. That's a lot of fun.
I can't believe I actually recorded this song a month ago, and I was able to play it on the first cut and record and master the first cut. And it's taken me a month to get up to speed to be able to play it live. Um, this is kind of complicated, but this is the melody to Via Nova. All right, there we go. Man,
I don't know. I just pulled it up on my Brave browser on my phone as well. And I'm not signed into anything on my Brave browser on my phone. And it's working just fine for me. Here's a interesting thing. Interesting thing. Because this is not the first instance of something like this happening today. It just happens to involve my website. But as far as I can tell, I'm in my dashboard right now. My website is up. My website is live and functioning fine as far as what I'm able to see, from my end of things.
I just tried to pull it up again on my Brave browser, and it told me to go fuck myself. I guess I could.
Right. Well, I wasn't finished, so there's more to the
I'm
story. This morning I posted. It was a repost from the Cryptagon Telegram channel on a study that had been done on cancer. It was a preprint on chemotherapy actually encouraging cancer cell growth, as opposed to what we're told it's supposed to do, right? And so I forwarded that into the Liberty Radio Telegram channel because I was like, oh, okay, let's hold on to that. That might be important at some point. I might actually get around to reading the preprint. We'll see. Probably not, but, that looks interesting. I then got a message back from somebody saying that the link in the original article was broken and they couldn't get to the page that had the information on the paper. So I went and checked it and I went straight to it. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'll try and find it if it's not there, but I went and clicked the link and it was fine. It worked just fine. All right. So then what I did was I was like, all right, well, it worked for me. Here's a screenshot to prove it. And then what I did is I saved the page as a PDF and uploaded that, for the person that was having the issue, just kind of make it easier for them until they can figure out what's going on their end. I think what's happening, it's interesting because it's not happening to me, but the person I just got the report from is in the East Texas area. I think there are some things that are going on with the ISPs right now where I don't know if they're like swapping out certificates or what it is that they're doing. But it's causing relay disruptions in the transmission lines. Because I've seen this stuff happen every so often. It happened to me that one night. It was a Thursday night. We were doing Get Fact Harder. Remember, I couldn't get on Wikipedia. No matter what I tried to do, I could not get on Wikipedia. You got on Wikipedia fine. Other people got on Wikipedia fine. All across the country, people could get on Wikipedia, but I couldn't get on Wikipedia for some reason. I think it's a problem that's going to end up. Yeah.
I used the Microsoft Edge browser.
You got on,
and it went right to manufacturingreality.org.
Yeah. So there's probably, here's what it might be is probably some sort of cache artifact that's in the browser that you're trying to access it with that's causing an issue. There was probably something that got updated, and that artifact is now causing a problem because there's nowhere for it to stick into anymore, and it needs somewhere to stick into. That's the best way I can describe how that sort of situation happens, but it happens often. I don't know if clearing your browser is gonna fix it or not, but
when I went to Brave browser search and put in manufacturing reality, and it gave me a generic link, took me straight there.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah. You just got to be smarter than the equipment that you're working with. That's all it is.
I was dealing with a dirty cash again. Damn dirty money. Dirty cash.
It's probably not even, doesn't even have anything to do with my site. It's probably like a bad cookie or something.
All right.
So beware of eating bad cookies, y'all.
So let's see if we can light some flames tonight. Let me pull this up. Uh, did I upload it? I think I did. Yeah, here it is. Oh, and I finally uploaded as alive, um, as we got to see in 2 parts last night.
Well,
Which
here's the other thing too. Do you guys, or do you, Yona specifically, know about Starlink going down earlier today?
no, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was Disclosed TV, I think it was, sent out the notice earlier this afternoon. I want to say around about 3 o'clock or so, saying that Starlink was down globally. So it wasn't like a localized type thing. Like the entire system was down. And if you look at it on Down Detector, it's just a spike going straight up, like right around that time.
Wow.
I checked because I was thinking about it for a while, and I was like, let me check another satellite internet provider. So I did. I checked HughesNet, and they didn't have the same type of issue that Starlink had, but they were also having a spike in service issues round about the same time.
Now, back when
I
I
don't know if
was
that means anything. That's the problem.
actively practicing land surveying, I used normally I would use 3 static 8-channel GPS survey grade receivers. That way I could determine XYZ, latitude, longitude, elevation above sea level within millimeter accuracy. My verticals would be within 3 to 4 millimeters, which, quarter an inch basically. And my horizontals, if I had a good enough lock with different birds in the sky, I might get it down to maybe 2 millimeters or a millimeter, 1.5 millimeter, basically 0.005 feet. Um, so when it came to the 8-channel receivers, they're called GPS receivers, and
Mhm.
people refer to GPS because that basically refers to the system of global positioning satellites, which is the system that's operated by the U.S. military.
Right.
Um, but there are other satellites that will provide XYZ data, like GLONASS, which would be
Hmm.
the European and Russian system, which they actually have more. And so,
Yeah, I've actually
with,
heard that's more accurate.
with a lot of the early GPS receivers that I was using, made by Trimble and Sakia and um, others, Nokia, Lights, Leets, Sakisha. So you have your single channel and your dual channel. And with our dual channel, that would allow me to leave 2 of the receivers as base units on a tripod and then mount the third one onto a backpack, which allowed me to do real time kinematic surveying where I can move around with the third one. But with
Hmm.
the other 2 running simultaneously with the third one, we're doing a little bit of that triangulation.
Right.
Oh, yeah. And so now I've got what's called spatial GPS, and I'm running dual channel receiver, which means I'm taking coordinate data from both the American constellation of satellites, which are called the GPS network, and the foreign constellation of satellites or non-American, which is, GLONASS and others. Um, and when it came to that, I could, go to my software before I would, because I would look at, what monuments am I tying into? What's the weather calling for? Now let me look at the ephemeris data. And the
Mm.
ephemeris data would tell me, what is the particular constellation of satellites going to be over my horizon at the time
Right.
of day that I want to collect data, which is going to give me my zenith angle for what kind of data, because you don't want your satellites right at the very edge of the horizon.
Right.
You're going to get a lot of refraction of signal.
Right.
And you don't want it directly overhead either. That's going to give you the most variance in terms of your precision bubble for your vertical accuracy. So, anyways, there's like a sweet spot basically for your data angles, your ephemeris cone. And so then I would, kind of plot that out, write it down in my get out my little book and write it down. Um, and then fingers crossed, go out there and hopefully not get rained on and collect my data. And of course, most of the time, in order to get really good data, it meant I would have to set up right at sundown. And then I'm out there with fucking flashlights or lighting a fucking fire,
Mm.
work until 2 and 3 in the morning to
Damn.
get my coordinate lock. Which, the last time I did that on a job, I actually did an astronomical observation with the timepiece, and I actually um, calculated latitude, longitude, with a slide rule, the way I learned from granddad.
Oh wow.
And I came up within about 2.5 inches of where the GPS said it was. Pretty
That's
good.
pretty close.
Good enough. Close enough. I mean, if you're directing a bomb to this spot, 2.5 inches isn't going to matter. Still
Probably
going to
not.
hit your target.
Yeah.
I mean, after all this shit with getting people wedded to their cell phone, where it's
Mm.
just, you know, and now you see the driver's license, everything's onto the cell phone. And then pretty soon it'll
That
just
was
be
always the point.
implantable. And that's the conditioning, to eventually go from you don't have to carry around your cell phone anymore. It's just in your hand. It's not that far away. People have already done it, in fact. You know.
Well, yeah. There are some states that are already offering digital driver's license.
Well, I'm talking about implanted cell phone.
I don't think we're going to get implanted cell phones. I think that's a scare tactic. I think that's, again, one of those cudgels that they use to get an emotional response from people. Let's come up
But
with something horrible that we could do to people, and that'll get
the
them all
truth
riled
is,
up.
most people I've seen with a cell phone all around this world so far in the last 20 years, more particularly so in the last 5 years since COVID,
Mm,
you don't have to do anything. You don't have to
no.
implant the phone in people's hands. The phone is already planted in their hands and inseparable.
Yeah.
Inseparable. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what my hang up is with cell phones, but I've just never been a cell phone person. And now that I don't even use it for work, I'm like, I don't even know why I have it. I mean, I use it for like taking video and pictures of the kids and stuff. And,
You have it because if you don't have one, you're shut out of a good portion of society today, and that's going to continue, and
well, I
the
mean,
amount of things that you're going to get shut out of is just going to increase as time goes by.
like, I had been able to live without a cell phone, just using laptop and desktop and
Mm,
a house phone, cordless, but a house phone,
mm,
until I went to Marco's Pizza and there was a cell phone app that all the drivers had to use.
mm.
And so I was like, well, fuck. I guess I'll get a new phone. I'll just get a straight talk phone from Walmart. And at that point, I just had it for work. And, whenever I'd go to work, well, then I'd unplug it from where I'd ever have it on a charger and then take it to work, turn it on at work, use it at work, come home, turn it off, put it back on the shelf.
Hmm.
like some tool for work, like a pager or walkie-talkie.
Right.
But then that led to I'm at work and Door Dashers keep coming in and taking the pizzas. Well, then I got the DoorDash and the Uber app. Well, then it's like, well, now in order to work, I have to have a phone.
Hmm.
And so they've slowly woven the cell phone into you cannot make money. You're not allowed to make money unless you have the cell phone app, and you're going to get paid through the cell phone app, and everything's going to be done through the cell phone, and your driver's license is on the cell phone. Like you pointed out, a number of states have already adopted that, you know, driver's license on the cell phone.
Hmm. But your digital social security card is now available, ladies and gentlemen. You can apply to the Social Security Administration for yours right now.
Yay. And now all they have
I
to do to
wonder how many
target
other
you.
shows covered that. I'm guessing not many.
Am I just paranoid to think that carrying around a cell phone makes you an instantly locatable target?
Well, it does.
I don't know.
Because the funny thing about it is, even if you have the location services turned off completely, they can just go in and turn them right on.
Yeah.
Like you have zero control over that device.
Yoda pro tip. Let's say you're like living in an actual Gene Hackman, Will Smith, um, enemy of the state type situation. And it's like it just got done raining. There's turtles crossing the blacktop roads. You're like, and you know, you got to get rid of the phone. Well, here's what you do. Take you some really sticky chewing gum. I've always, that's one of the main MacGyver things I always have. I always take with me chewing gum. Perfect, right? Chewing gum. Take the cell phone out of its protective case. Stick that motherfucker to the back of a turtle shell, and head on where you got to go. They'll find that turtle. And you'd be surprised how far a turtle will get. You wouldn't think, but I
Oh,
mean,
they
my
can go
God,
far.
4 hours later, that turtle's
Those
a
fuckers can
mile
move
down the
fast when
fucking
they
road.
want to.
Yeah, straight over a goddamn mountain and into a fucking cave. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
God damn. I mean, it might fall off eventually. I know people are like, well, how much chewing gum you got to put on the phone? I mean, talking hypotheticals here. You missing the point of the story.
Yeah.
Of course, you strip off all your clothes, you glue all of your electronic gadgets to moving animals, cover yourself head to toe in mud, and then you fight the alien predator.
Let let Arnold show us the way. Crazy that Hogan dies and Arnold's still kicking around.
That's right.
Of course, he's a Nazi Aryan super soldier.
Don't
So,
worry,
yeah.
Grimmy's got a whole new roll of quarters. I don't know how he got them. He's back on the claw machine.
I think we're gonna start seeing more of this.
He
Honestly,
might just be able to get Arnold to the chopper.
no, it would be nice.
Well, as promised, we're going to hit you with some of this Twin Flame. This may be the shortest song I've ever submitted. It's only 3 minutes long.
Oh my goodness!
Really short. And this short song, of course, is in honor of Dick Shortage 2025. The jokes write themselves, folks. halfway through. Wow.
That was good. That was better than good. That was fantastic.
Twin Flame.
Is that new?
Yeah, I recorded that at 8:45.
Oh shit. So that's like new.
Yeah.
So that's not available anywhere else.
No, I mean, how could it be? I just recorded it.
Yeah.
Now I got to write words for it. I reckon. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, we never even got to talk about the Macrons suing Candace.
Oh yeah, because Brigitte or Bridget
Yeah. Apparently
and
she's very upset.
the whole penis thing.
Yeah. I don't think it's that big a deal, but apparently they take offense to those sorts of things over there, I guess. I don't know.
We're living in the future time. It's normal to cut your dick off. Nothing to be, defensive about.
Well, the
Macron.
interesting thing, I don't know, I haven't heard a whole lot of people talking about it, but the thing I found interesting is apparently this is not their first defamation lawsuit against a
No,
journalist. They've done this before and been highly unsuccessful.
there is no free speech in France. It's not
Hmm.
like America. It's crazy.
So you're not allowed to criticize the king.
I
Is that
mean,
it?
look at what happened with the Telegram dude. Macron said, "Hey, come on over. We'll have lunch." Motherfucker lands at Roissy, Aéroport Charles de Gaulle, and there's the fucking gendarmerie ready to fucking take his ass straight to the clink clank.
Yeah.
Um, true story.
Yeah. And Telegram hasn't been the same since.
Um, I don't know how we got back to Telegram. It's funny. I'm not on
I find
nearly as
myself
many
saying that
Telegram
quite
groups.
often.
Like, it used to be like, I don't know, 20 some groups. Now it's like down to about 5. Oh, you too.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
uh,
I lost another one yesterday too. It's
oh,
hilarious.
I went through the same thing with Discord. Anyways,
Yeah. I think it's just a natural process. I think it's just about over too. And that's the good thing. Because that means there's nothing but smooth sailing after this. I can dig that.
so many Hotel Californias, so little time.
That's right.
I try not to check in anywhere that I can never leave. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never really was a big believer in B&Bs.
Hmm.
That can go bad wrong quick. Anyways, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it, this would be the perfect segue to Charlie Robinson telling one of his Jeff Berwick stories. But I'm afraid we're all out of time, folks.
We are indeed out of time. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Vagy stolgén, igen. Stark says the go. Take care always. So to go hunt.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. As usual, you're on your own until then.
Woohoo! To find out more, fuck around.
That's right. Good night, everybody.